Hello everyone, Ikasa here, and we have my Minecraft Peaceful World. It's currently a little bit in the middle of midnight, and figured I'd showcase everything that's changed so far. First of all, I've recently updated it to version 1.1.2, and I also found an interesting glitch. But presumably you've already watched that video, most likely, because I already uploaded it. Long before I uploaded this video. I'm gonna just go straight to showcasing some of the stuff that's changed up. So obviously I've been working on the castle, and there's not really much that's been done down here, but there has been plenty being done up here. So let me just get that started. First of all, I did a little bit of work on over here, making just everything a little more refined around here, including just some work over there. But most importantly, this entire upstairs area here is a lot more built. So we, of course, have our, area which is designed to allow people to more easily, shoot arrows at invaders in, like, a PvP setting if I ever, like, made this into, like, a map or anything. And there's also these areas right here, too, as mentioned before. But there's also now an even higher second floor with these downward-facing ones here, as well as midward-facing ones. So you can, like, take a position down here to shoot downward, or over here to shoot, like, more mid, and even go, further by, going a little further out, like so. And so, you have a little more visibility of the enemies invading this castle. And we have yet another one up here that's in the process of being built, but, well, I haven't gotten started on that one yet. Over here, we have a little bit of the inside of the mountain that was just dug out here, and we now have castle, fortifications here being worked on. And we're still, of course, working on expanding this everything, here, but, yeah. I figured I would make like a follow-up video because my video on my last video on this particular series of Minecraft, where I showcased my peaceful world, kind of exploded in popularity all of a sudden. Like it went to like, I think it's like, what, like head for like 150 views now. Thank you guys for all the wonderful support, by the way, guys. That's awesome. I had no idea that any of my content could actually get that much attention, but here I am. Hello, all you new people to my channel and everything. Anyway, the next thing I worked on is this part here, the watchtower, and by that I mean I've pretty much finished the general design of the watchtower. So I used some half slabs to give it some more texture and color and variety. I found this a cool little nifty thing where if I place like this, I got like half slab lines and everything to work with. And then over here, it's just, I allowed this to expand everything. The barracks is mostly unchanged, but, what's mostly changed is the fact that we have a whole nother floor. So here's the first, like, functional floor of this tower here. You got a pretty decent view. Again, I really love building towers because they really allow me to just get a good look at my world as I build it. Now, some of these windows are officially sealed off because, well, they are no longer windows. Instead, they are covered by reinforcements that creates these little half slabs that gives the whole thing a bit better of a look, more robust look, and then also, from a more physics standpoint, would allow to make this building maybe a little more realistic in how it's built. Anyway, this is the top of the tower, and we now have a whole other story to look at, and yeah, so we have a lot of stuff that's changed here. This is, of course, to those who are new to this series, because it seems like a lot of you haven't check out, like, these videos multiple parts into the series. This is the inner Notchhold. This area in general is the Kingdom of Notch. We have not gotten to the version that adds beds yet in Minecraft yet, so there is only one kingdom because presumably everybody shares the same spawn right now. So this is the inner hold. This is where the royalty of the Kingdom of Notch live. And then over here is the actual hold itself that protects the inner the inner hold. So like around here, there's the wall over there, and the castle, of course. And I plan to also build like a more like a sky district where all the rich people live and everything in this world over around here, but I haven't gotten to that yet because there's so much stuff to just build. Um, but over down here is the Notch Town. I still am not ready to call it a city yet because it really is still very much like a town, maybe. I mean, really, it's like a large village in size. The reality is that real villages and towns and everything are ginormous. And Minecraft is, of course, a ginormous world that is theoretically endless. I mean, technically, you run into the Farlands eventually, um, but you know, you have plenty of space to build stuff. So I really like building ginormous places that are just absolutely massive, and try to build a bit of lore around it, and then in future versions, it'll be like a separate kingdom and everything when beds are implemented. But basically, this is the town, and that is this over here is Gravelrock Village, which is the newest area I've been trying to work on. It's another part of the Kingdom of Notch, but more of an agricultural area because this is a lot more flat area and terrain to have farming stuff done on. Anyway, let's go head on down there and show you guys that in person now. Gosh darn it. Burp's trying to sabotage my gameplay here. Anyway, um, so this whole kingdom here is built on a cliff originally. It was just one single base prior to this. But down over here we have the town of Notch. It's just a little tiny town. It's adorable. Fences have been around for a little while longer, so a lot more of the places here are starting to adopt fences for their front yards, except for Brutus here. He only has like half of a yard. And then over here we have our great giant tree that has remained unchanged. In future versions, it'll be interesting because I don't think this type of tree is going to spawn in later versions. The idea is that over time, this area becomes more ancient, and some of the stuff here that is going to have a lot of age. This is the Notchtown Town Hall, and it's mostly unchanged, but it does have a backyard now, because this is one of the largest townhouses in Notchtown, so of course it has a backyard. Most everything else in this house, though, has remained unchanged. From here, the lumberyard and Woody's Woodworks has stayed the same. Same thing with the tree farm. I mean, we've just harvested the trees, but the tree farm's pretty much unchanged. Anyway, over here we got the trade center, and we've added some more torches inside because I found that if I play with in anything other than peaceful mode, that mobs are starting to spawn inside here, and that's not good. So we have some glass and torches and all sorts of other stuff to keep mobs out. I also forgot to finish installing the glass panels, so I kind of fixed that. Next, this is the restaurant. I showed this last episode, but there's also this little picnic table over here that has a gorgeous view, and I've also been really trying to work on this massive ravine here. So let's head on down, and we have enough stairs here to probably make a hilarious glitch here. Yep. Anyway, so yeah, it's very tall now. If you jump from here without armor, it would hurt a lot. So yeah, don't anymore. But we have these very totally OSHA compliant 1 block wide dirt staircases with no handlebars. So of course our workers that are mining down there are perfectly safe with their totally OSHA compliant dirt staircases. Anyway, moving on. We can go over here to the Gravelrock, where the village is, and then the Gravelrock mine, which is kind of the mansion of this whole area. But over here, the farm is pretty much the same as it is. It's just, we're only on like the 3rd harvest now, and it's actually looking like it's going to be about time to harvest soon. I haven't added an extra farm because don't fix what ain't broke is pretty much a concept I follow here. And this is still under construction, but I'm trying to build a lighthouse slash grain mill. It probably will have a torch lighthouse at the top of it, but it's primarily a windmill, and I base it off some like mechanical designs of windmills that I saw in some of the Skyrim gameplays that I've been working on. There's this design I found in Skyrim where there's a geared mechanism that turns the windmill, and then it turns a shaft, and then it turns this little grinder thing to grind all our wheat into bread, bread flour and everything. Um, in retrospect, I think oh, gosh darn it, I fell down here again. I keep forgetting that this exists now because I had a bit of a cave-in. But over here, the windmill's, like, fan blades are kind of a little, tiny, and one of them's missing a wool block. So I plan to punch a bunch more sheep and then, build it out to be a little bit taller. It can be a little bit bigger of a blade. I don't think that wind would actually turn this if that were its actual size. Well, anyway, let's go take a trip up to the top, because, after all, we all know that the main reason I'm building the windmill here is primarily because I just want another good place to look down at my world and get a nice view. So let's go get that view. So down here was a second floor, and you get a little bit of a view of the shaft, because the shaft goes all the way up, because obviously this is how a windmill works. And then over here we've got our, third floor, which is really more of a living space for the person that maintains the mill. This is the gear mechanism that's, turning this and everything. And from here it's mostly incomplete. And, oh, by the way, here's an interesting little, I guess you could call it glitch, because Notch, patched it in later versions, but you don't actually need to place ladders across the entire pillar. Instead, you can just place them one block ladder, one block blank, one block ladder, and it just works. This is how Minecraft in this is how Minecraft ladders in alpha, and I believe beta 2 worked. And they didn't really patch that, I believe, until much later into Minecraft's lifespan. We'll see how far we can take this before I have to bring full-size ladders and retrofit full-size ladders into this whole windmill is, I guess. We'll see what version that gets fixed. But I just wanted to point that one out, because that's, like, I'm sure that among the bunch of you who, clicked on this for nostalgia are probably, like, getting total nostalgia, like, serious nostalgia addiction from just looking at this ladder here. Anyway, so over here we have what will be the top slash lighthouse portion of the windmill. And again, I primarily built the windmill so I could get a good view of the outside of the Kingdom of Notch, and my gosh, does it look amazing for Minecraft Alpha. I'm so happy to. It's really fun to look back at the Minecraft world you make and just go look at, like, wow, it only took a couple months, but here it is. It's quite incredible now. That's kind of what keeps me building in Minecraft, honestly. I mean, I really kind of am, like, I'm hoping that I don't accidentally get boxed into being just a Minecraft YouTuber, because I definitely play a lot more than just Minecraft. I do get burned out from Minecraft eventually, but man, this is the kind of stuff that makes me always come on back to Minecraft when I'm no longer burnt out, is just looking back at what I've created and seeing everything. Anyway, let's go down to the Gravelrock capital, otherwise known as the Gravelrock mine, and go take a look from over there, because I think enough has changed over here for the viewpoint over there to really have changed a bit. Especially because the ravine is a little bit deeper now. I also placed some really cool, like, torches inside this little grill thing here, the column build and everything, so it'll hopefully look pretty nice at nighttime if I ever tour this area at night at some point. But anyway, here's the Notch Forge smelting place, and it's pretty much unchanged. The only difference is we got a little bit more chests in here to store our cobblestone, sand, dirt, and our iron. And I'm working on getting our iron shortage dealt with. Turns out that mining out this ravine has been a very good source of iron for our whole entire kingdom here. So I'm working on that, but let's take a view from the Capitol building slash the Gravelrock mine and their advertisement of all the stuff they have. Here's the lower floor, and man, that's starting to look nice. I think it's starting to have some more stuff over here. Is kind of what's going on. And there's a little more height now. I mean, the reality is I don't really think that there's going to be a lot of tall buildings in the future, mostly because this kingdom is supposed to be a little more realistic, and there weren't, skyscrapers back in the Middle Ages. I mean, 3-story, 4-story buildings, occasionally, yeah, like churches or like tall, like, windmills and stuff, military bases. Yeah, those will be tall. And then here we have more of me trying to timeline stuff, like including the founding of the Gravelrock Farm and everything. But most importantly, up here is the glorious view. And that is pretty much everything that's changed in this world so far. So if you guys are liking the Minecraft Alpha world here that I've been building, be sure to hit like, subscribe. To those who already are liking and subscribing, or already are subscribed and just happen to be watching my continuation of the series, thank you for your support. I'm kind of amazed that this series has gotten as popular as it has. To all you who are now watching this series, thank you for watching. It really it keeps me motivated to play games and everything to see all this happening. I mean, I try to play just for enjoy. I really started this for enjoyment, and that's really what it is me just playing games and having a fun time. And but it really motivates me to keep hitting the record button whenever I'm just trying to have a fun time, because I guess my gaming life is a little bit exciting or something. I don't know. Either that or just filled with nostalgia. Anyway, see you all in the next video. Bye!